What is extremely rare but people think it's very common? Tourette's with coprolalia and voluntary swearing. Only about 10 of Tourette's patients have this symptom. Because of this misconception, I would also say that having Tourette's is more common than you would think. 1 in every 160 children between 5 and 17, or 1 in 100 children if including all tic disorders. According to Tourette Association of America, successfully saving someone trapped by a fire ray entering a burning building. The mortality rate for this is really high, and fire departments have petitioned to stop showing this in movies because it usually results in another life being lost. Burglary in the middle of the night. Burglary happens most often during the day, when nobody is home. No burglar wants to break in and try to sneak around your place while you're sleeping. His biggest concern is to evade detection. It makes more sense to work in the daytime. In all likelihood, that noise you heard outside was a car or a raccoon or your imagination. Go to sleep. Edit gold. Thanks, but I was gonna break in and steal all your gold anyway. People giving away drugs to kids at Halloween. Why would they give away product they could sell? You almost never see two guys walking across the street carrying a big pane of glass, dropping out of college and becoming a billionaire. Red hair. It only occurs in about 2% of the population. Dissociative identity disorder, multiple personalities. A potential mate who is successful, smart, funny, attractive, mentally stable, ready for commitment, and single. Becoming a successful YouTuber. Rent-controlled apartments in NYC. Writing code that executes on first compile. Being able to make it as a musician or actor or many other creative jobs. And by making it I mean being able to earn some serious money or even just to make a living by just performing and not doing anything else. Most of the time, you will have to have multiple side projects that only roughly are related to actually performing. Or so I've heard. If there are people with personal experience in these fields, I'd love to read your comments. Broadband internet in rural areas of US. There are only 13 advertising blimps in use around the world, yet it's so common to see them when there's a football game. Edit for those asking for a source, underuse. There's also a blog post by one of the companies that owns a lot of these blimps, Vin Wagner Airship, that says so. If the BBC has taught me anything, it would be murders in small British villages. Meteorologists getting the forecast wrong. People only notice when it happens and ignore the other dozens of days that are right on, or at least very close. Having green eyes. Only 1–2% of humans on Earth have green eyes. A woman's water breaking during pregnancy. It only happens outside of the hospital like 15% of the time, but in the movies it's always the dramatic telling of when a baby is coming. Big dicks. At work right now, so I'm not Googling the stats, but if you've ever had the pleasure of perusing through the Craigslist personals, you should. It's gold. There are a ton of women wanting a guy with at least a 9 schlong. 9 must be larger than 90 of porn stars. That's your bottom limit. You have no idea how rare a dick over 9 long is. Hitting a jackpot. That's why casinos exist and are hugely profitable. Hell, late last year in my city a woman won $1.2 million just on a VLT at a local bar. Great for her, but you know it led to an increase in people burning through their paychecks on those machines. Cow tipping. Everyone knows some kid who claims to have gone out into the countryside and pushed a cow over for a laugh. Know how many people have actually tipped a cow? None. It's a bloody great big beast, and it isn't going to let you shun it. With the amount of cow tipping stories that exist, you'd think there'd be more video evidence of it occurring, but it's just a lie city kids tell their mates. Quicksand. Using stop, drop, and roll. Wasabi. You can only really find the real stuff in Japan. And even there it's really rare. Edit the stuff you eat here is just colored horseradish. Shark attacks. I live in Perth, supposedly one of the shark attack capitals of the world. Sure, we see them occasionally. But actual attacks are very rare. Being in an airplane crash. It's 1 in a million, but a lot of people I know are still more scared to travel on a plane than in a car. ROSC return of spontaneous circulation after CPR. I believe the actual success rate is 3, and those people are very likely to have brain damage. Media would have you thinking it's a great catch-all for any unconscious person. Based on movies, I'd say architects. Every professional worker in movies is an architect who goes to work every day with rolled-up drawings, hoping they're ready for the big presentation that will make or break their career. Getting killed by a serial killer who comes out with a mask and a knife every Halloween night. How would he have the time to kill that many teenagers? The fit guy laughing at the fat newbie at the gym. When I was fat getting into shape, I got nothing but positive reinforcement from these guys to never give up and keep going. My fat friends were paranoid people and assumed people were laughing at them. In reality, gym goers were just being social and laughing about their conversations.